going to the third quarter where I was like, all right, this is an up-tempo song.
Stop right there real quick.
Yeah.
Third quarter. You hear how this man is talking?
You know?
Quarters. He understands that this business is broken down in quarters.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm sorry. nwosparrow here with NWO News on Roku TV. I'm at the big Cruz Control album listeners in New York City. The guy is here.
Yes,
Cruz, what's up, man?
What's up, my brother? We in the building, man. You know the vibes. Big Cruz, facts on
Facts on the music. Facts. My first thing I want to discuss with you is you set yourself it took you 2 years to put this project out. In that 2-year span, what was the plan going into creating Cruz Control?
You know what? That's a good question, bro. My mindset was pretty much like, I want to put out a body of work that I know is undeniably like amazing, in my opinion. So it really took time to just, really get the records right. For this project, so to give you a little bit of background, the project is a 10-song project, right? And we have a deluxe version that's coming 2 weeks later. But for these 10 songs, bro, I had to make about 300, 400. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of consistent songs and really just picking the right ones. So I just, really took these last 2 years to just lock in. Lock in, make sure like I got, the right vibes I wanted to get, and just, keep pushing. I dropped a couple singles here and there, let the music go on, but I was just like, man, I need this to go like crazy.
So, in terms of not just the music itself, was this like this listening event, like a rollout that was a part of the plan for in the 2 years?
Absolutely. I wanted to create an event that, a lot of fans who, are hip to the music wanted to come through, but also people who don't know who I am, who've never heard of me day before in my life, but a chance for them to really get to hear me for the first time and, create their own opinions and ideas about me. That was just kind of this whole concept that I wanted to do, and there's no other place to do it than New York City.
Absolutely, because you're from DC, right?
Yeah, I'm from DC.
I was at the Rockets because I was just there. Your last project was in 2021 when it all.
Yeah.
What separates Cruz Control from when it all created?
Absolutely. So I was mentioning this prior. So the way I made Cruz Control, it was every single song that I wrote and made was almost written in the car, driving. Okay. I was telling them it's not good to text and drive, but I was still doing it. Okay. And that was kind of my whole concept of the album. Is just it's meant to be heard not only in the car, because I designed it to be that way, but the club, working out, on your phone, hanging out on the TV, but specifically you hear it the best when you're in the car driving.
When you're cruising.
So that was the whole concept of the album, is Cruz Control, so that's how I came about.
I like that. I want to go back to 2021 for a second.
Yeah.
One of my favorite tracks, when it was track number 3, I think it was called Throw It Back.
Okay.
It's Cruz Control. So let's talk about Throw It Back. The flow, how you did it, how you recorded it. It wasn't like anything that you're hearing today. Actually, for me, it was like a throwback to, I would say, the early 2000s, probably late 90s, except it was very modern in how you produced it. And I love how you flowed on it, how you cut it, how it was in there produced. Is there any tracks like that where I feel that's a core fan base track? Like, if they fuck with you, they fuck with Throw It Back.
Hell yeah.
Is there any tracks like that on Cruz Control?
Yes, sir. I personally think that's a song on Cruz Control. It's called Dear Heaven. I think that's going to be a personal fan favorite. I think that's something that's really going to touch the people. It's also going to pretty much strike people who never, met me before, never heard my music before. I think that's going to be a song that really sticks to them because it's a real personal song. It's real deep. But, I talk a lot about my life and, a couple people that I lost. So I think that's one of the records where the fans is like, oh man, this is, I fuck with
that core. And you went back. Well, I know this is a deluxe edition, but you went back on because one of those has 11 tracks.
Yeah.
And this one is going to have 10.
Mm-hmm.
What was the idea with making Get Lit your lead single? What was the thought process in that?
Yeah, absolutely. It was something to go into the third quarter where I was like, all right, this is an up-tempo song.
Stop right there real quick.
Yeah.
Third quarter. You hear how this man is talking? Quarters. He understands that this business is broken down in quarters.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. So it was something going into the third where I'm like, all right, it's a good record. I like the up-tempo beats on it. It just flowed well. The video I shot actually in New York and Brooklyn, so I was just like, this should be something that I should drop right before the project to get people tuned in. I dropped Lambo Doors in January. I dropped Static right a little bit after that. And then Get Lit was just a follow-up where I was like, all right, this is going to be the last single that I dropped single, and I'm going to push a whole body of work out so people can really tune in.
So Faces and the Realest is not on this
Oh,
we don't gotta get into it.
Those is pretty much is out as singles. The Realest was definitely a follow-up single that did pretty well.
Yeah.
Casey, shout out to Joel Ortiz. I was able to get him on a feature. You know, that's Big Bro. Yeah, he here tonight. He definitely gonna be here tonight showing love. So shout out Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? Helping me out and putting me in the right position. So those are two leading singles I just wanted to throw out. But I'm not in that.
Just to feed the audience. Right. Any guest features, because the last project didn't have a lot of guests. I think it had like one, maybe two.
Yeah, one or two.
Any guest features on this?
On this project, nah, not yet. I wanted to keep it strictly me.
Okay.
I wanted to keep it strictly me so people can really like just listen to myself. You know, I feel like the body of work is that nice that I can just go.
I think the best thing about having limited features is that you allow the audience that don't know you to choose whether or not they're gonna rock with you.
Exactly.
It's not that he got Joel on it or he got Fabio. You know, it's none of that. You know, they rock with Big Cruz, so they rock with him, and then after that we'll invite people over.
Yes, sir.
So I'm excited to hear this project. You listeners, thank you so much. I know you have a lot to do.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for the time, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.